What's up, YouTubers? And today I'm going to be talking about 5 of my favourite Seinen anime. But before we begin, I'm pretty sure I should go over this for the people who don't know. What is Seinen? As I'm sure we all know, anime usually starts off as manga, and manga makes debuts within certain magazines. I've already covered the different types of magazine demographics all the way in my shonen video, so after this video, why don't you go and watch that to get a much more in-depth analysis on these magazines. Seinen is the demographic for young adult males. And should go without say, even though Siren's focusing more on an older demographic than shonen, it doesn't stop them focusing on action, comedy, romance, and all that other stuff that shonen has done. As I said, it just focuses more on a much more older storyline, so these are more mature stories that get into a lot more adult territories. These stories just mainly focus on stories that adults will like. And I gotta admit, as much as I was singing the praises of shonen back in my shonen video, I really do like Siren. I love the depth they really give these stories. I love the mature tone behind it, especially the depth that they really give a lot of these characters. So let's hurry up and get the boring stuff out of the way so we can go straight into the list. Please keep in mind that all of this is my personal opinion when talking about these anime. You're more than welcome to leave your opinions down within the comment section. And heck, while you're down there, why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. It really helps the channel out. And if you like this video, why don't you do me a favor and hit the like button. I hear if you hit the like button, you might be able to appear in your own Seinen anime. So let's get started with one of the anime that shocked me to learn that it was Siren. And that's, haven't you heard? I'm Sakamoto. I think this is probably one of everyone's most popular anime, considering Sakamoto is the MVP among anime characters. Sakamoto is a character that could just do everything so flawlessly. He's just so cool. Everything he does just emphasizes cool. He gets away with all sorts as well. Name one character that can look cool while having an open umbrella in the toilets. Bet you can't. Even though this is just a short anime series, Sakamoto is just an amazing anime. We all wanted to be that cool kid in school, and this is just the incarnation of coolness. I mean, Sakamoto can do things so amazing. He got his bullies to quit smoking and start blowing bubbles instead. Even fend off a bully while giving a speech, making all the girls swoon for him. Man, I'm starting to hate him actually. I think it's only fair if we only had one season with Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto. I think 2 seasons would be way too much even for Sakamoto fans. But I still highly recommend this anime. I'm probably not doing it justice just talking about how can you explain the amazingness of Sakamoto. Next up, guys, is one I'm pretty sure not a lot of people know, and that's the disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan. This is an alternate world retelling of the melancholy of Harumi Suzumiya. Yes, that famous anime. Don't worry, guys, there's a reason I recommend this over Harumi. For starters, Harumi is not a siren. Secondly, it's mainly the story part of it. If you want to go into detail, this is what happens when Harumi's movie doesn't happen. If you know the content of the story, you know then what I mean. But for those who know Harumi and basically want the details of this is basically if Harumi wasn't a god in her anime series. Everyone's living a normal life. There's no aliens, there's no espers or time travelers. Everyone's just normal. Harumi is in a different school, so everyone's living a normal life. So this is basically a nice, calm anime series. For those curious about what is happening to these characters if Harumi never altered them. And I gotta say, I really like this. This is a really grounded anime. You get to watch everyone live a normal life. You get to learn about these interests. And I gotta admit, the storytelling is amazing. So of course, without the whole god powers, Suzume-chan is a character within this story, so we get to see her if you somehow liked her. And of course, as you gotta say, since Harumi doesn't have godlike powers, she's just a normal girl. And yes, she does join the story eventually, and she's just as insane. I gotta say, I would recommend this to any horror me fan, especially since there is no endless 8 storyline. So if you want to see these anime characters live a school life, I highly recommend it. Even to people who haven't seen Harumi, this is a lovely anime, just nice and calm, even with Harumi there. Next up, guys, I'm pretty sure this is going to get me a lot of looks. So let's go with Monster Musume. Everyday Life with Monster Girls. No, this is not on the list because I'm horny. No. Okay, you're kind of right. Honestly, I put this on the list because of the story. You can debate that in the comment section. But this does answer the question, what if monster-human hybrids were real? And how would we integrate them into society? This does answer that kind of question, and I love the way they sort of answered it. Slowly introducing these different kind of monster girls, showing how us humans can accommodate them, and of course the whole task force behind it as well. I just love Miss Smith and the girls just going out there on the little missions. That one episode where we literally watch these girls take out these, I want to say like 4 people. I've forgotten what their monster is called, and how they just took them all down. I just love that episode to pieces. And can I just say the A Smith song? What a banger. But going back to the main characters, I definitely find it fascinating how our main character managed to get along with all these girls and able to live a normal life alongside them. Even though these girls tend to strangle them, send them flying, send them plummeting, and all because they love our main character. They love our darling Kun. And honestly, I just grew to love this anime series just because of all that interactions, trying to get used to each other, and just all the shenanigans that came from it. I kind of do wish for a second season, but I really don't want our main character to die. Next up is probably the most famous anime on this list, One Punch Man. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people thought this was shonen. Hate to disappoint you, it's not. One Punch Man is self-explanatory. One guy has supernatural strength that can knock anybody out with a single punch. What really got people hooked on this anime was the fact that our main character is so overpowered, but hates the fact he's so overpowered because he cannot get the rush of a battle. How can you when no one will survive a single attack from you? Not to mention as well, the whole world around him is full of monsters and heroes, so it gets really interesting the world building they do. And season 2 actually built upon that. Built upon the other heroes and showing us there's more than just Saitama out there. Show us more about this hero association they all work for, even building a monster association. And I think what makes it more interesting when it comes to especially One Punch Man fans is that the studios changed for One Punch Man Season 1 to One Punch Man Season 2. The first season of One Punch Man was done by Madhouse Studios, but because of all the projects they were doing, they didn't have time to do Season 2 by the deadline that was asked for. So One Punch Man had to change studios, one that can able to put out what people were asking for. Hence the style change as well. One Punch Man went from this to this. I know a lot of people hate the One Punch Man artwork now for Season 2. I'll admit I do like the more bolder style of Season 1. But Season 2 has sort of grown upon me. It's sort of like comic book colours, if that makes sense. It's definitely more in line with the manga. I highly recommend One Punch Man to any superhero fan out there, or just anyone who wants to see an action comedy. It doesn't take itself seriously, and when it does take itself seriously, it really does take itself seriously. That doesn't make any sense, but trust me, it does. All I'll say is, once you hit that fly scene, you're definitely hooked. And finally, guys, we're gonna finish things off with Futo Dante. This one holds a very special place in my heart because this is the anime spin-off of the Tokusatsu series Kamen Rider Double. And if you're new here, you should know that I'm a bit of a fan of Tokusatsu. Kamen Rider is one of my favourite Tokusatsus. Kamen Rider Double, I think, was definitely the best Kamen Rider to choose for an anime spin-off. So as I said, this is a spin-off, so this continues the story of Kamen Rider Double. Mainly Shoto and Philip and their new assistant taking on the enemies of Neo Futo, stopping the Gaia memory distribution, saving the people and the city of Futo. And I just fell in love with the anime. I gotta say, they do a really good job for people who have not seen Kamen Rider Double. They're not afraid to like explain the situations and even doing like subtle references to the Tokusatsu series as well. So don't be afraid if you're going into Futodante and you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. This really explains the series pretty well. But as someone who has watched Kamen Rider Double first and then went into Futodante, I think that is a good order as well. You've already seen these characters' story and how they've grown, and watching Futodante is a good add-on, especially for Kamen Rider Double fans. I really hope we're getting the Futodante Season 2. I do not know right now off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure Editing Me will pull up something that says if it is or isn't. But I'm really hoping there is. And there we have it, guys. These are 5 of my favourite Siren anime. Honestly, guys, I feel a little bit bad that I wasn't able to talk about these animes more in depth. But that doesn't still stop the fact that I still like the Siren anime. These are probably animes where you just go watch them to enjoy them. But I still recommend these anime. These anime are really amazing. I do love the depth that these stories really go into. And especially the add-ons that they actually have done to their respective series. Or in the case of One Punch Man, laid the groundwork to what is going to come. So with all out of the way, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and if you've got a video idea as well of what type of anime you want me to have a look at, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below if you want to leave a comment. So with that all out of the way, guys, until next time, this is me, signing out. Bye bye.